On the left, this one is Redmi K30 Pro. This one used to be the cheapest Snapdragon 865 smartphone. I mean the base variant of K30 Pro. And yes, this one is rebranded as Poco F2 Pro in different regions. But wait, on the right, that one is Realme X50 Pro Player, and that one is the cheapest Snapdragon 865 smartphone with AMOLED display panel. Make no mistake, Realme X50 Pro Player is a different smartphone than Realme X50 Pro. If Poco F1 used to be the value champion at 2018, then Realme X50 Pro Player with 90Hz AMOLED screen, LPDDR5 RAM, UFS 3.1 storage should be the value champion of 2020. Yeah, X50 Pro Player is cheaper than Poco F2 Pro. Moreover, Poco F2 Pro with 60Hz refresh rate, LPDDR4X RAM on base variant, and slower charging speed falls behind. Despite these negatives, some would still prefer Poco F2 Pro for having a 3.5mm port, superior rear camera setup, and fancy pop-up selfie camera. Okay, X50 Pro Player 6 Plus 128GB variant costs 2,799 RMB, which is equivalent to $400. However, prices will be different in different regions, especially in India and Europe. It will be a little more expensive than in China. Poco F2 Pro 6 Plus 128GB base variant costs 2,999 RMB, which is equivalent to $430 in China. However, outside China, this one is really expensive. This one costs around $530 for that 6 Plus 128GB base variant. Build quality of Redmi K30 Pro, as known as Poco F2 Pro, is better. Realme X50 Pro Player got unspecified Gorilla Glass in front and back. Poco F2 Pro got Gorilla Glass 5 and provides more scratch resistance. However, in hand, X50 Pro Player feels much better than Poco F2 Pro. X50 Pro Player is a bit smaller in size and it weighs less, 209 grams versus 218 grams of Poco F2 Pro. Camera setup of X50 Pro Player is truly inferior to Poco F2 Pro. This is almost incomparable. Poco F2 Pro comes with a flagship Sony IMX686 main sensor, 13MP ultra-wide lens, 5MP telephoto macro which provides amazing performance. Finally, there is a useless 2MP depth sensor. In the contrary, X50 Pro Player got a very ordinary setup. X50 Pro Player got 4 sensors at the back and 2 of those are useless marketing gimmick. There is a 48MP main sensor which performs good and a 8MP sensor under the ultra-wide lens. I have done a separate camera comparison. If you want to know more about camera performance, then you should check that. Okay, X50 Pro Player has a 16MP selfie camera alongside a 2MP depth sensor for selfie portrait. Yeah, there is a noticeable camera bump at the rear of these two smartphones. However, Poco F2 Pro camera bump is way too much, and I recommend that you use good protective case to protect the rear from surface scratches. Power button and volume rockers of Poco F2 Pro is on the right side. Unlike that, X50 Pro Player power button is on the right side, volume rockers are on the left side, and both of these two smartphones comes with in-display fingerprint sensor. Both of the smartphones got a secondary noise cancellation microphone on top. However, there is a 3.5mm port on Poco F2 Pro, and that 3.5mm port makes Poco F2 Pro a little more desirable. At the bottom, speaker grill, primary microphone and USB-C port. Everything is the same on both smartphones. If I forgot to mention, then okay. X50 Pro Player comes with stereo speaker setup, and Poco F2 Pro depends on bottom firing single loudspeaker. None of these two has any IP rating and there is no slot for microSD card. That means no option for storage expansion. The bezel of Redmi K30 Pro or Poco F2 Pro is really small. But this Realme X50 Pro Player, the chin is really even thinner, smaller than Redmi K30 Pro. Yes, Poco F2 Pro comes with a 6.67-inch AMOLED panel and supports HDR10+. However, it is an ordinary 60Hz panel, and at 2020 it is a bit less attractive beside a 6.44-inch 90Hz AMOLED panel of X50 Pro Player. With more pixel per inch density and better color reproduction, display panel of X50 Pro Player is far better than Poco F2 Pro. Also, X50 Pro Player supports HDR10+ and color reproduction is as good as Poco F2 Pro, if not better. I cannot show you in a video. I can tell you without any hesitation, 90Hz AMOLED panel is far better and more responsive than 60Hz AMOLED panel. I always run Antutu benchmark on smartphones in all comparison videos cause I know you wanna know and compare the scores, and here are the scores. Redmi K30 Pro got 587,000, Realme X50 Pro Player got 583,000, Vivo Neo 3 got 595,000 and OnePlus 8 Pro got 575,000. If we check the details like temperature, how much battery drained, of course Vivo Neo 3 is better, but as we are comparing between Redmi K30 Pro and Realme X50 Pro Player, yeah, Redmi K30 Pro is truly ahead than Realme X50 Pro Player. I believe in real life performance rather than scores, and Poco F2 Pro offers great and stable performance. Also, it offers longer gaming time, but there are some negatives like no stereo speaker setup, a bit heavy to hold and only 60Hz refresh rate. On the other hand, Realme X50 Pro Player is one of the best value flagships that offers buttery smooth in-game experience with fluidity. Trust me, despite its smaller display and battery size, it offers great performance and responsiveness. However, there is a catch. X50 Pro Player drains the battery faster than Poco F2 Pro while gaming. Realme X50 Pro Player is a gaming-centric smartphone and playing games on this should be fun. Yes, it is fun, it is amazing. Poco F2 Pro comes with a 4700 mAh battery and a 30-watt charger, which Redmi claims as a fast charger, but at 2020 it's pretty slow beside that 65-watt X50 Pro Player charger. Poco F2 Pro takes 70 minutes to get fully charged from 0 to 100 and I have managed to extract 8 hours of screen on time. X50 Pro Player takes 38 minutes to charge its 4200 mAh battery from 0 to 100 and I could only get around 6 hours and 30 minutes of screen on time. Before you get to any verdict, Realme X50 Pro Player is a gaming-centric smartphone and it does what it is built for. It offers better gaming experience. If we are talking about overall display performance, then Realme X50 Pro is far better. However, we cannot ignore that Poco F2 Pro got a notchless, uninterrupted display panel. If it is about camera, then Poco F2 Pro wins without any hesitation. Poco F2 Pro main sensor and super macro performance is in the true flagship league. I am not very fond of MIUI and ads on it makes things worse. However, I think MIUI 12 without ads offer better user experience. Realme X50 Pro Player is cheaper than Poco F2 Pro and after calculating all the pros and cons, Realme X50 Pro Player offers higher value and better performance as a gaming smartphone. If you need better camera setup and can afford to spend more, then comes Poco F2 Pro. Now it's your choice. You know what you need and how you use your smartphone. Depending on different point of view, you may select different smartphones. However, do you agree that Realme X50 Pro Player is the newest value king? Please don't forget to make a comment in the comment section, and if you have liked this video then please click on the like button. Also please don't forget to subscribe to this channel.